Big Tony leaned back in his chair, the dim light casting shadows across the room as he gathered his crew of goons for the biggest job of their lives. The target? The Giant, a fortress of riches, heavily guarded and rumored to hold a stash of the elusive booty juice. It was the kind of heist that could set us up for life, but it wouldn't be easy. "Listen up, crew," Big Tony said, his voice low and steady. "We're going to use their own security system against them. Sigma, you're on tech duty. You've got the skills to hack into their mainframe and disable the alarms. The rest of us will create a distraction." Sigma, the youngest goon, nodded eagerly. He was a whiz with gadgets, always tinkering with something. I could see the excitement in his eyes. This was his chance to prove himself. As we laid out the plan, I could feel the adrenaline pumping through my veins. The night of the heist arrived, and we moved like shadows through the streets. The Giant loomed ahead, its high walls and bright lights intimidating. We split into two groups, one to create the distraction and the other to slip inside. I was with Sigma, and as we approached the entrance, my heart raced. "Okay, Sigma, it's showtime," I whispered. He pulled out his laptop, fingers flying over the keys as he worked to bypass the security protocols. I kept an eye on the cameras, trying to anticipate any movement. Just as we thought we were in the clear, an alarm blared. "Sigma, what happened?" I asked, panic creeping into my voice. "Malfunctioning lock." "I need a minute," he replied, sweat beading on his forehead. I could see the tension in his face, but I trusted him. He was our ace in the hole. With the alarm ringing in our ears, I grabbed a nearby fire extinguisher and smashed it against the wall, creating a cloud of white smoke. The guards rushed toward the commotion, leaving us a window of opportunity. "Now, Sigma," I shouted. He hit a final key, and just like that, the security system went dark. We slipped inside, hearts pounding, and headed straight for the stash. As we reached the room, I couldn't believe my eyes. There it was, the booty juice, glistening in the dim light. We loaded up our bags, but just as we turned to leave, we heard footsteps approaching. "Quick, Sigma," I urged, and we ducked behind a stack of crates. The guards were getting closer, and I could feel the tension in the air. "On my mark," I whispered. 3, 2, 1, go. We bolted for the exit, adrenaline surging as we sprinted through the halls. Finally, we burst out into the night, the cool air hitting us like a wave of relief. We made it. As we regrouped with the rest of the crew, Big Tony clapped Sigma on the back. "Kid, you did good. Couldn't have pulled this off without you," he said, a rare smile breaking across his face. In that moment, I realized that this heist wasn't just about the booty juice. It was about the bond we formed as a crew. Sigma had proven himself, and together, we had pulled off the impossible. As we disappeared into the night, I knew this was just the beginning of our adventures.